The 1-2. Did he go around? They'll appeal. They say he did. Papirski will pick it up, throw to first, and that'll do it. Zach Hess records the third strikeout. Not the dramatic finish he wanted, but it works for out number 3, and the Tigers advance to the Super Regionals, taking the regional here in Baton Rouge.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tigers Roar with Jordy Hultberg. I'm Tommy Chrysan. You just saw it for the 23rd time in school history. LSU is a regional baseball champ. On to the Super Regionals. We'll get into that and a whole lot more this evening. Jordy, how are you?
I'm terrific. Great time for baseball. Some surprises here and there, but the Tigers take care of business, and a familiar foe coming to the box for the Super Regional.
Very familiar. We're going to get into plenty of baseball stuff for you tonight. We'll have some softball stuff. They lose out in Oklahoma City. Lots going on. Jordy, football. That Arden Key back with the team late Sunday night. A press release comes out like after 9 o'clock on a Sunday. Oh, a little shoulder surgery. You know, we wondered all spring saying, you know, it's just a little funny the way Orgeron's answering these questions about Arden Key. Well, and all coaches like to not let anybody know about injuries, but apparently a shoulder surgery that went the way it was supposed to go. And Arden Key, as expected and as said by Coach Orgeron, has rejoined the team and expected to be good to go for fall camp, which is actually less than 2 months away.
And not that it means anything, but some early draft prognosticators have come out. And Arden Key, after a bunch of quarterbacks go, Arden Key's like going in the top 5 in the draft. So if he just stays out of trouble and gets healthy and does his thing, he's got millions and millions of dollars on the line. I think I could toe the line if that was the case.
Yep, and of course, summer school is in, and Miles Brennan, the quarterback from St. Stanislaus, is in town trying to gain weight.
He's got your kind of diet.
What's that?
He wakes up at midnight, eats a steak and a baked potato, then goes back to bed.
Trying to gain some weight. Jordy, what these freshman football players? I think it's good, very good that they come in for summer school, get a couple of classes out the way, get acclimated to the campus, where to go, where not to go, get acclimated to Baton Rouge, and they've already been in the football facility, but go further into it. I think it's a good thing. Certainly the early enrollees have a jump on the summer enrollees, and there was a handful of those, as we know, but then you can do some strength and conditioning, some weight training, and I'm sure the football's getting thrown around a little bit.
Sure.
I think it's a plus for LSU, or for any team for that matter, to get these kids in.
All I can do is share an experience that I had. It wasn't as widespread. It wasn't a mandatory thing, but I came to Baton Rouge the summer before my freshman year. Got a summer job. We didn't have to go to school. There was no such thing as summer school back then. You didn't do that. But I got to meet a lot of the players, and we played pickup. We'd work all day, and at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, we would go and play pickup games at the field house. And it was eye-opening. And we didn't live on campus, so I was a place way down close to here, Ardenwood Apartments, and by myself. I was like, whoa, what am I doing? This is crazy. But learned to live on my own for the first time. Learned to get how to get around campus, how to do things. All I can share with you is Baton Rouge has changed a lot from then to where it is now. There's a lot more places to go and to get into trouble.
When you say eye-opening, are you referring to some of those pickup games that were in the Carl Maddox Fieldhouse?
Yes.
And I mean, you were obviously a great player on a very, very good team, state runner-up. Still was eye-opening when you saw what was going on?
Playing against 7-footers and, you know, some of those really good players from Southern University, Tommy, Pop Green, and all those guys would come in and we would scrimmage, and it was funny because they would drop the net. Because they used it as a tennis court as well. So they would drop a net, and we'd have people lined up around the net watching us play pickup games. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. It's pretty fun. So it was eye-opening. And it's eye-opening, and it's a great – because once August comes and that fall camp comes, those coaches are serious business. And you are no longer their pet and their joy. You are now either produce or sit your butt down.
You now need to be getting better and improving each and every day,
and the
whether you're
screaming-
in the tape room or you're in the wherever you are.
Screaming, the hollering, you're not the top priority anymore. Now winning is the priority, and finding the best players on the field.
Is it safe to say that they're no longer the big fish in the pond? They're one of many fish in the pond?
Those perks, gone. Gone. You got to earn your stripes now.
You know, that way, kind of at high school practice, they could kind of run
Oh,
the
yeah,
run the
Coach said,
show.
do what you want to
Yeah,
do.
well, you can be a few minutes late.
Yeah,
That's okay. Just let me know. Now it's a different world.
Different
so
world.
the acclimation, I guess that's the word of all the things.
it's
from
very good.
football to school
It's
to
great.
the city of Baton Rouge. And
Yeah, it's great they take courses and get acclimated, understanding what college is all about. You know, you're going from Miles Brennan probably is going from a class of 15 kids, and his first early morning class, English 101, is going to be 300 people.
Right.
In an auditorium where they don't know your name and they don't care. So it is an acclimation process.
All right, we got a lot coming up for you tonight on Tigers Roar. We remind you each and every week the original airing is on Wednesday evenings, but there are replays Thursday, Friday, Saturday on Pelican Sports TV, as well as WHNO TV Channel 20 in New Orleans, and ETEL cable system, and of course YouTube.com/Pelican Broadcast. And mid-morning Thursday, you can check it out there and watch it at your convenience in case you have missed it. So on the program, we will have a lot of LSU baseball tonight. We'll have some softball. We've got a little Saint stuff for you in the second hour. Plenty to talk about, some more football info as well. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, a special moment on Tigers Roar. Coach Roger Kadar, after 33 years of leading the Southern Jaguar baseball program, is jumping off into retirement. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Coach Kadar. We'll do all of that after this pause on Tigers Roar. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan, stay with us.
Acord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Acord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including Optimap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Acord Eye Clinic for an appointment, 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website, visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Acord Eye Clinic, Vision Source.
Perkins Road Veterinary Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital committed to your pet's health. We offer advanced diagnostic and therapeutic medical services, laser surgery, dog and cat diets, and treats, along with stress-free boarding. Dr. Ritchie sees patients for routine checkups to keep your loved ones happy, also advanced medical and surgical cases. We have separate condos for cat boarding and large climate-controlled canine boarding. Our boarding dogs get to have fun in a very large play yard several times a day. Laser therapy is a service that we offer to heal wounds and help our patients that suffer from chronic pain. Laser therapy is a wonderful adjunct treatment for neurologic and arthritic pain with no side effects. Your pets are family members and deserve the best and highest quality of care. Dr. Ritchie and his staff greatly respect the human-animal bond and are committed to exceeding your expectations. Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. Beautiful views of Cypress Lake. 1, 2, 3-bedroom apartments are available. Stop by and see Cypress Lake Apartments. Give them a call at 225-293-6789 or visit online, cypresslake-apartments.net.
We continue with Tigers Roar. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Chrysan with you. And it's our pleasure to welcome as a guest to the program the former head baseball coach of the Southern Jaguars, Roger Kadar, a great friend of Jordy and I's, a great friend of Pelican Broadcasting.
Great friend of the city. I guess a friend of the city.
Of baseball. Coach, good evening. How are you?
Wonderful. We're still mourning, Jordy. Don't say evening. I don't want to grow old fast.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. How is life now after every day going to the office and having to recruit and make sure kids are going to class? Now you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yes, that part I really won't miss. The dealing with the kids, and not the kids, but their parents and all of the foolishness that exists, that comes with it,
Was this a long thought out process? Explain why now and what the future holds.
Well, the last 4 or 5 years I've been pushing water uphill, and it hadn't been very easy. It's been very difficult. And so, people think that when I became ill, it had something to do with it. I was really done before then, because the worst case scenario is that I was going to coach one more year. And when my son said, Dad, I don't think you can make a hell of a lot of difference in one more year. He said, so why put yourself through this? And, he said, if I was you, with all you've accomplished, I would get out of it and go home. I mean, he put it pretty simple. And so I looked at him and I said, well, it does make sense. And that's where we are today. We got to that point. And
Coach, there were a lot of great accomplishments, a lot of great memories that you'll take forever, and memories that all of Baton Rouge and college baseball will take. What's some of the highlights in your mind of the 33-year run?
Well, obviously, we have to go to the first one back then when we beat Cal State Fullerton in '87. I mean, first time in a tournament, and then winning. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then the other highlights, is Ricky Weeks winning the Golden Spikes Award. And the other one was, nobody will ever know. I mentioned something else before, but I ran out after an umpire. And my player was out, but I ran after him. And I ran out there and I said, you better go along with it. I'm going to make my fans think that I'm beating you up and I'm saying ugly things to you. And I said, you better go along. He's dying. I said, you're doing one hell of a job. And boy, did they die, Jordy. It was hilarious. But you know what? Tommy Lasorda pulled that once. He went out there and he did me like he was fussing at the umpire, and he was not. But I wanted my fans to get the feeling that Roger Kadar was fussing at the umpire, which I don't like to do. So that was a highlight to me, because it's talked about in the inner circles about when I pulled that stunt.
I love it. I know that's been done before, and I just marvel how you took basically nothing. And can you remember what it was like when you started to now what you have accomplished and what Lee Hines Field looks like and everything that you've accomplished? Lights up to play at night. I mean, just amazing what a lot of hard work and blood and sweat and tears you put into that program.
Yeah, when I started in August of '84, all we had was a grocery basket with everything that belongs to baseball is in it. The coach is why. It's a great story. The fact that I took a grocery basket and made it work. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, I took that, and when I looked at it and realized that was a big issue there, I called my friend Dusty Baker and told him what I was against. And he was in San Francisco, and he said, listen, we're coming to Atlanta. I mean, that's amazing, the fact that the day I called, the weekend they're coming to Atlanta, and he said, meet me in Atlanta. We'll get some equipment for you. My wife and I and my son Jonathan, we jumped in the Toyota, and we drove to ATL, and we got there, and that's where the action began. We got stuff from the Giants, and what Dusty did, he had some of the Giants players bring stuff for me on this particular trip, and then we went over to the Braves side, and we got more equipment that I had to send them back with UPS. That was a great story.
That is great.
And, from that day, everything started rolling really good for me because it taught me the valuable lesson that don't be afraid to ask for something for the needy. If you ask for something for the needy, a way will be made. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And that's what happened. I asked for something because it wasn't about me. It was for my players. And I've done it over the years. And that's how I've been able to build this program, because I realized the shortcoming that I had and the things that I didn't have, and I asked someone and they helped me. So that's the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would put it.
There you go. There you go.
Coach, you coach so many good, outstanding ball players. We don't have enough time to go through the whole list, but so many guys that you gave an opportunity to continue their education, play some baseball, and then many on to the professional level, including to the big leagues. Just a couple of the names that jump out with you. I know you stay in touch with everybody. Ricky Weeks is still playing in Major League Baseball down in Tampa. Obviously, he won the Golden Spikes Award. That was very special for Southern University and for HBCUs. Talk about him and some of the other players. I know Trinidad Hubbard was a key one, too, that really meant a lot to you over the years.
Yeah, Trinidad Hubbard was the first one. And, when I came, he was a 5'8" catcher. And I knew that he had ability. But as a catcher, I did not see him going anywhere. So I moved him to third base his junior year. And when I realized after seeing him at third that he truly had a chance, I moved him to second. And I told him, that's where you're going to play. You'll make the big leagues as a second baseman. And I moved him there, and he really did well, and he got drafted and played 14 years in the big league. And,
wow.
and after that, we had Fred Lewis, and then we had Ricky Weeks, obviously, and Dewan Day. And all three of those guys played on that same 2001 baseball team at Southern. And then we had Jose De Leon is playing. You know what a great story is? One of the guys who I had at Southern and was there for almost 2 years and didn't get on the field because of academics, Coco Chris.
Really?
Yep.
Yes. I had Coco. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's amazing when I think about it. And back then, it was easy for me to get parents to send their kids to me. I mean, that's how I made it. Parents trust me. Particular mothers. The mothers trusted me with their kids, and I made a lot of stuff happen.
So what's next for Roger Kadar? I know you're still going to be around. You still have a role out at Southern, and you're still going to appear on radio and TV. But have you had enough time yet in the last week to think of, what's Roger Kadar going to do all day and all evening when you're not involved with Southern?
First I'll be there here helping them raise some funds, and then I'll find something to do because obviously I'll be speaking to groups, and I'll be traveling. And traveling and speaking to groups. And so I'm going to stay busy because, that's what my MO is, staying busy. People who are like me, who've worked hard all their lives, just ain't going to go home and sit in a rocking chair. That would be the kiss of death,
I think
And
there's
I don't want to die now, Jody.
I understand, Roger. I think there's a spot for you involved with Major League Baseball and getting involved with youth groups. I know you've been heavily involved with that and have taken your teams and done things that way. But I'm here to start a petition right now. I know it's Lee Hines Field, but let's call it Lee Hines Ballpark, Roger Cater Field. That's what we got to get done. You deserve it, man.
Well, I appreciate you, and I think there's some movement going on to do it. For me, it's not that big of an issue, but it is what it is. We'll make it happen, and that's what I am. I'll take whatever, and good things will happen.
I don't know if they can make a statue for you. You're too daggum big. That's going to cost too much money.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money.
You're too tall, man.
Tall, 6'5".
Shoot, you're imposing.
Hey,
Would have been a good forward with you when you played.
Just set a screen for me, baby. Don't worry about shooting. I'll take care of that part.
hey, Coach.
Did you hear that? He
Yeah.
put his shoes.
Yeah, he never met a shot he didn't
No,
like.
baby. That's why they put that goal up there, man. That's why they put it up.
Hey, Coach, as I told you the other day, I think they need to hang that number 41 up on the wall out there and don't let anybody
Absolutely.
else wear it. Coach, I know you're going to be around. We're going to have you on radio and TV going forward, but we wanted to get you on this week and let people hear from you. And we certainly look forward to continuing to hear from you.
I appreciate it. I'll be there for you guys.
Congratulations, Roger. Congrats, buddy. Thank
so
you.
much,
Okay,
Jordan.
take care, man.
All right, Coach Roger.
Retire the
Cato.
number. Put Roger Cater Field at Lee Hines Park. The man, he is Southern baseball. He is.
No, and he meant a lot, nationwide.
Oh,
I mean,
no
he's
question.
recruited nationwide.
Major League Baseball's
Well, that
calling.
urban initiative
Right.
that he's played in, I mean, no, that's going to be.
That's all. You can just see it.
If he as he said, he likes to be busy. If he wants to be busy, he's going to be.
Oh, he'll be involved with MLB in that.
Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Mike Scarborough, TigerBait.com, with the very latest on recruiting. It never stops, and Mike's got a lot of info on the football end. We'll even ask him about the basketball end.
It's one of the top dual threat quarterbacks that just decommitted from a school up north. Yeah, at least you might be in the hunt. We'll ask Scarborough about
We'll
that.
get the very latest from Mike Scarborough at TigerBait.com right after this pause on Tigers Roar. Spread the roar. Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans. On the internet at PelicanSportsTV.com. Cox Cable, AT&T, Uverse, YouTube.com/Pelican Broadcast, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.
We continue with Tigers Roar. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Krysan with you. Right now we're joined by Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. What a great Father's Day gift. Give a subscription to TigerBait.com if somebody doesn't have it already. Mike, good evening. How are you?
Hey, doing great. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Mike.
How do they get a subscription for Father's Day?
TigerBait.com. It's all right there for you. We got our new front page, our new message boards. We've got all our top hot topics that are trending on our message board linked to our front page, so it's easy to get to. We've really had a good run of guys resubscribing and subscribing in the last few months because they just like the new layout of the site so much.
I'm just curious, is there ever a lag time when it comes to recruiting from the people that subscribe? Are they constantly asking questions on the message boards about football recruiting?
There's never any lag. I actually think this time of year is much busier than December and January when you traditionally think that would be the heaviest time.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. Well, tell us the latest.
Well, it's, LSU had the offensive line, defensive line camp on Saturday. They had the skills camp on Sunday. Was out there both days. Some, kids got offers, a couple of 2020 prospects. But mainly, to me, it was just really overall a positive event for state prospects because while there wasn't a whole lot of upper-level talent there, I think there was a lot of state kids who, because of the way it was set up with coaches from every state college, Tulane coaches, and with the new rules, high school coaches aren't the one coaching the drills. You actually had college coaches from every major university in the state of Louisiana there, and it was $45 a head, which is absolutely cheap for a summer collegiate camp. And then, LSU's out there with cameras in every corner. They'll produce that video and put it in the hands of the coaches from McNeese, Nichols, ULM, ULL, Tulane, Louisiana Tech, every school that was there. And it gives those kids an opportunity to be seen and possibly earn scholarship offers. So, and of course, LSU will go back to Tulane next, a joint camp with Tulane next Friday. So I think it was a great event, and it helps. I think it helps LSU in the long run as far as keeping Louisiana kids home. We'll see.
And it helps these kids and the ones who may get noticed by a Southeastern or Louisiana Tech or whoever. So it's a good thing there. Mike, what are some of the particulars? We're seeing some things out there, and not everything out there is accurate. But from your perspective, for LSU football recruiting, what's some particulars that you can share with the audience?
Well, I still, I've been, going back and forth about the running back spot for well over a year, and you're now going into a second year. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a good running back. We'll see if he can, go beyond what his rating was out of high school. But LSU must replenish that running back spot, and that's looking to be kind of a struggle right now. Which are the guys out of state that they can get? Will they go without signing a quarterback? That's a debate. Do they need to sign one in this class? Can they wait a year? We've been having that debate all spring. Some guys said, well, they can go without it because you got two freshmen. Grant Gunnell from Houston St. Pius X is the guy they covet. Well, he committed to Texas A&M 2 days ago.
Right. So, what about the kid up there at Penn State that was committed to Penn State, a dual threat type of quarterback? Decommitted from Penn State. I know Matt Canada has been on him earlier when he was at Pitt. I'm sure there's some general interest there as well.
Yeah, but let's see if he actually comes to camp in a couple of weeks. LSU will host their elite camp, and to me, will be the tell. Which quarterback prospects actually show up.
Right.
That's always been the concern. For me, you look at under Miles was okay. Which coach on the staff can go out of state and pull a kid and compete against Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, and Florida State enclose on kids.
Mm-hmm.
The elite kids, the Rivals 100.
Right.
You know, in the past, you'd see LSU beat out Oklahoma and Tennessee and Texas A&M for kids late, but can you go against your elite peers?
Right. Do they have the coach now to do that?
You know, right now, you know, Corey Raymond has had his success. I think Austin Thomas is getting it done, and he's not a position coach at LSU. But it's imperative, going back to the running backs, fact that Tommy Robinson does that.
You mentioned Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and see if he can make the next step up. Not the highest rated running back. What was Darius Geis rated coming out of high school?
He was a high 4.
High 4? Okay.
And without pulling up, I want to say he was Rivals 250.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Mike, certainly we're going to keep track of that. As you said, it's a busy time. More reason for people to go to TigerBait.com and get that subscription, do a Father's Day gift, whatever.
I know that LSU lost out on Justin Rogers, the quarterback, to TCU. He's got a wide receiver that he likes to throw it to a little bit. Just came down with his mom and dad for an unofficial visit. What did you hear about that, and where does LSU stand with him?
I think LSU's in very good shape with him. I'm not going to say LSU leads, but I tend to think if I put out a probables and possibles, I'd have him in the probables for LSU. Okay. You know, the whole him following his quarterback teammate and wanting to be a package deal, that was kind of the thought several months ago. But, you know, I think it's LSU, Texas A&M battle for him, with TCU maybe in third.
Okay. We're visiting with Mike Scarborough of TigerBait.com. Mike, let's shift gears to a little LSU basketball. Coach Will Wade's been making waves all over the country. He has hit the ground running, as we know, and people have been very impressed each and every week with him. And he landed a new basketball player for the Tiger Roundballers. Tell us about him.
Yeah, Tremont Waters, top 50 prospect in the country, a point guard that at one time was committed to Georgetown. Offers from Kentucky and Duke and Kansas, Louisville, and et cetera. Didn't sign on signing day, was out there hanging around. And, I mean, it's just, you know, you had a couple of transfer prospects out there, early grads that were kind of having people's attention, wondering if LSU was going to get them. And then behind the scenes, Coach Wade was working Tremont Waters, and nobody really knew about it till 2 weeks ago. Gets him in for an official visit, and now he's enrolled in summer school on campus. I mean, that's to me, that's amazing. And then you hear that, you know, I think LSU is in very good shape with Smart for next year. So it's Scotlandville, you know, one of the top 10 prospects in the country. So, you know, that right there is the football equivalent of your Kevin Falk. You know, so.
And what do you hear?
I just think you're about to see LSU basketball just. I think it's going to be get to be a tougher ticket real quick.
Mike, your early take on Coach Wade and what he's doing with basketball.
I think he's got a can-do attitude. I don't think he's. And he said it to me. He's, you know, if there's a kid out there that's got a Kentucky or a Duke offer, well, he's going to go out there and fight for him too.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to back down on those kids. And you know, and I think he also sees the importance of, you know, this is the type of story, you know, with, you know, Waters signing. The Smart scuttlebutt out there that LSU's leading and could be an early commitment. Other kids out there in tournaments. I mean, I'm having Eric Bossy, our national recruiting basketball guy, you know, tag me in Twitter posts at least a couple of times a week on national recruits that are mentioning LSU now. Well, I mean, Bossy probably in the past would maybe tag me in some recruiting info that he's had or a story he's done on a national caliber basketball player. He probably tagged me about once every 3 or 4 months. Now it's like a couple of times a week minimum. And that's all because of Will Wade. And that's the kind of stuff that gets your interest up in your program, that has people thinking I better get my season tickets. And and regardless of how LSU's upcoming basketball season is, I think people are going to be excited, enjoy the style of play, and enjoy the fact that they're on the ground floor and watching the program getting built up and have an eye for the future.
Mike, tell the folks how they can get that subscription, Father's Day gift, or they just want to get ready because football season's right around the corner. Tell them all about TigerBait.com and what they're going to get when they go there.
Yeah, go to Tiger Bait. Brian Lazar, of course, is our senior writer covering the baseball super regional. Got stories every day on that. We're knee-deep in football recruiting. Got the 5-star challenge up in Indianapolis this weekend. Still covering some of the after effects of the 2 camps this past weekend, the upcoming elite camp. So it's nonstop, and got info on, of course, the new 2019 wide receiver from Georgia that committed last night. Some exclusive comments there from Chad Simmons, our Georgia guy, who's seen him multiple times. So we've got it all for you at TigerBait.com.
All right, Scarborough, here's a tough question for you. You got the number 1 pick in the draft, okay? Who's the number 1 prospect on LSU's board? Who do they want to sign more than anybody else that's out there that's not already committed to them?
I would say Terrace Marshall, the wide receiver.
From Parkway. Okay, yeah. There you go.
Hey, Mike, as always,
not far behind him is Jamar Chase,
Who's
the
he?
wide receiver from New Orleans. So,
all we need is a quarterback to throw it to, right?
Yeah.
That's all you need?
We'll see if it's Brennan or Narcisse, and, I imagine in a couple of weeks we're going to start hearing little reports about, how good somebody's looking in this and that. But
time will tell. Time will tell.
They might have a better idea come end of summer, after fall camp, maybe early in the season with the scout team on whether or not that it's imperative they get a quarterback in this class or not. They might see what Narcisse and Brennan look like and think, you know what, we're in a lot better shape than we even thought.
Good deal. Good deal.
Mike, as always, we appreciate your time, and we encourage the folks to get to TigerBait.com.
All right, appreciate it.
Take care, man. Take care.
Right, good stuff by Mike.
He's got his sources everywhere. I mean, he's got these.
Well, he's been doing it for a long time.
He's got flies on the wall everywhere.
I can't believe you don't have I got the media subscription to TigerBait.com. I use it all the time.
I don't have it.
Well, you're about to.
I don't ask for like Roger Cador says, you'd be amazed if you ask.
Well,
and I don't ask.
Do you have Mike's email address? If not, I'll make sure I'll get it to you, and we'll go. I'm not going to give it out right here. Go to TigerBait.com like Jordy's going to do. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, softball. Beth Torina, Lady Tigers, got one win at the World Series, but they were eliminated. And
I got hooked on that softball stuff. That Oklahoma-Florida series, that first game was phenomenal.
It is
phenomenal.
hooking. It can hook you.
Phenomenal.
It can be compelling and get you in and tremendous athletes. We'll take a break, come back, talk a little Lady Tiger softball after this pause on Tigers Roar. Stay with us.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential. There's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-779-1032, 800-779-1032. 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. 800 779 1032. Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Hello, my name is Debbie. Welcome to Debbie's Bridal, a Formal Affair.
My name is Raven. I work at Debbie's Bridal, and she makes your dreams come true.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For total pest control for your home or business, call the original Salvat.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
We continue with Tigers Roaring. We always like to tell you about Tremonti's Meat and Seafood, and you might be having a big event for Father's Day weekend coming right around the corner. Jordy, tell us what we got with Mike and his staff at Tremonti's.
That says it all. You see the grill. Oh, my goodness gracious. Go to Tremontis.com. They've got all the information, what they have for daily lunch specials, everything on their menu, all their catering ideas. It's that time of the year. We want to be outside. We love to eat. We love to be with friends and family. It's terrific. Go get their Chairman's Reserve beef. They've got everything you need, everything, from the pits to the charcoal to the starters, everything. All of the highest quality wines, spirits, elixirs, beers. They've got whatever you want, all inside the friendly confines at 12451 Old Jefferson Highway, right close to Parkview Baptist School and Church. And they've got everything. I've got everything.
Tremontis.com, the sprinkle spice. I continue to put that on everything, but everybody knows that now because that's what I do. Jordy, Beth Torina, the Lady Tigers, for the third straight year, went up to Oklahoma City for the Women's College World Series. Of course, Oklahoma City is to softball what Omaha is to baseball, and we've learned that. And we take a look at the recap in the season for softball. 48-22.
Not bad.
Third straight appearance in the Women's College World Series. Tremendous accomplishment. Oregon was the team that ended up eliminating them. They did have a win over UCLA in Oklahoma City, but what a job they're doing with this softball program.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like Skip says, you got to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run, and that's what they're doing. But they're consistently getting back there, and they're consistently being mentioned as one of the top programs in the country year after year, something that Florida is, Oklahoma is. And once they break through that wall, that barrier, I think you'll see some more things. She can recruit. She gets really good players. So good future for LSU softball.
And I'll say this about the softball. Oklahoma are the national champions, second year in a row. And Monday night earlier this week, they had an epic 17-inning game against Florida. And I flipped that thing on late 7th, 8th inning, something like that. And I must admit, I'm not softball guru, and I don't follow it. I know a little bit about it, and we keep track with LSU and the other state schools. But I mean, it got to where you couldn't turn the channel off. I mean,
Florida came from behind with 2 outs. Their last at bat, they're down a run. They score a tie. Later on in extra innings, they're 2 runs down. Their last night, 2 strikes. They come back and tie it up again. But then Oklahoma hit the long 3-run ball. Like Earl Weaver said, the best thing is great pitching and the 3-run homer.
Yeah, you know, and Yvette Girard certainly did a whole lot for softball at ULL and at LSU. But Beth Torina is really making a mark. I mean, you're seeing more and more youth programs doing the softball now. That's going to pay off. I think it's not going to be too long. She's going to go. Not only is she going to go to Oklahoma City, she's going to win the whole thing. And I really think that's in the offing.
It's gotten evolved now where you got to be able to hit the ball, as well as have a couple of girls, 2 or 3 in the circle that can flat out bring it. I'm amazed at how. Cameras, television's so great at this, and how they can zoom in and see that ball leaving the hand and the spin that they put, and how that ball is zigging. They can bring it.
It's very, very talented, and I think it's going to start getting more attention, including from me. I may have to channel surf it a little bit. But we got a little video package for you, kind of recapping things in Oklahoma City for Beth Torina's Lady Tigers.
UCLA is a great team. I, would imagine they continue for quite some time in this tournament. I think they're really talented. There's not a spot in their lineup that's not scary. So, I think they played a great game. I loved my team's fight. I love how they continued to punch. I thought unbelievable tone we set with Emily Griggs and Savannah right there, back-to-back doubles. I think that was a huge part of the game right there. And then Allie Wall-Jasper did what Allie Wall-Jasper does, and that's give us a chance to win every ball game she's ever a part of. Yeah, she's really talented. I think, obviously she's a freshman, so maybe we got away with a couple pitches early, just being on the big stage, and we're able to attack her there early, But I think our kids did a good job of buying into the plan. I think there were some moments where we even could have improved in that, but I think they did a good job of buying into the plan. And I think, even when things didn't go our way, they were able to step up and still have an answer back. I think Constance especially, things maybe didn't go her way early, but still was gritty enough to come back, fight, have a huge at bat at the plate, and then score us the winning run.
Regardless. And so when I went to the ball, regardless of the error, I just knew that I had to pick it up and throw it. And, everyone was just saying 4-4-4. And plus we work on that all the time in practice, not so much concentrating on the play and picking it up and looking for the next play.
How important was it for your defense to play big behind you?
My defense always has my back no matter what. I'm more of a pitch-to-contact pitcher, so they always know what to expect. And I just had great defense behind me the entire time, and I'm very thankful for them.
And you know that you're going to be playing them next. What was just going? I know you had your game that you were focusing on, but did that kind of open your eyes a little bit when you see them kind of run Texas A&M off the field?
I didn't watch too much of the game. Obviously, we were preparing, so all I know is the score for the most part. But the one thing I'll tell you is I have a great pitching staff. I'm really confident in them. I'm really confident in their ability to shut down any offense. Doesn't matter what the name is behind it. I think we faced one of the best ones in the tournament today. So I'm really confident in our pitching staff. And, I feel like when you have them in your back pocket, there's not a lot of things that are scary to you. Florida played a really good game. They're tough. They're ranked for a reason. Obviously, they showed it today. I liked our team's fight. I thought the first few innings we did a really good job. I thought throughout the game we did a really good job against Barnhill, just couldn't seem to string it together. But I thought our plan was effective. I was proud of our plan. I thought our kids worked really hard to be prepared, and I thought they were prepared. I think no matter which way they would have gone with their pitching staff, it would have been tough. I think they have a great staff, a very deep staff. But honestly, I think we were excited about the opportunity to face Kelly Barnhill tonight. We watch her on TV all the time. You're excited for the opportunity. That's why we came, right, to play the best. So I think our team fought hard, and then, just didn't seem to happen or all come together for us.
All right.
All right, so I'm sure there'll be high expectations next year. We're going to take a break, come back. We got to start talking about the Super Regional. Plenty to come on that, but we're going to hit it up a little bit for you after this pause on Tigers Roar. Do stay with us.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, payments. Or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-718-3516. 800-718-3516.
Hello, my name is Debbie. Welcome to Debbie's Bridal, a Formal Affair.
My name is Raven. I work at Debbie's Bridal, and she makes your dreams come true.
Creel Tree Service is a licensed and insured tree service providing tree and stump removal, topping, trimming, cabling, pruning, and fertilizing. We have free stump removal with takedowns, free estimates, affordable rates, and senior citizens discounts. Call 774-TREE. That's 774-8733. Get your yard ready for the warmer weather. If it deals with a tree, call me, Creel Tree Service, 774-8733. That's 774-TREE.
We continue with Tigers Roar. I want to remind you about the radio station WUBR. Got our own app. Go to your app store or Google Play, search WUBR AM 910. Take us with you wherever you go. We're still on TuneIn, not leaving that. An affiliate of CBS Sports Radio, which gives you Jim Rome from 11 to 1 Monday through Fridays, and at 4:58 with the Jim Rome Sports Minute. A mixture of local and national stuff. The gentleman on my left, Jody Hultberg. Of course, Buddy Sanji with Buddy's Sports Talk. Dave Scandaliato on Fridays with Sportsline. Carlos Brown Saturday mornings with the Carlos Brown Show. Louisiana Music Hall of Fame Radio, hosted by Mike Shepard through the night. And select Houston Astros baseball games. So check it out. Tell some folks about it. We're going to be there all summer long, the dog days of summer, as we call it in the radio world. But get us on the app, the smartphone, the tablet, and take us with you wherever you go. Jordy, tell the folks about your afternoon radio program in the Lafayette market.
Stay busy at 103.7 FM, KLWB, part of Delta Media. 2 to 4 each and every day, Monday through Friday. So give us a listen. We've got all the apps just like 9, 10 a.m. does. So jump around here and there and everywhere.
Well, Jody, it's going to be an interesting weekend, Saturday, Sunday, if necessary, Monday. Mississippi State, LSU. Got a lot of this in the second hour for you, but starting times are 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Television, of course, on the LSU Sports Radio Network, ESPN2 on Saturday, ESPNU on Sunday, and then the game could be any time on Monday. There's a variety of possible times, and that'll depend on what's happening in the other super regionals. Won't know the answer to that till very late Monday, but a compelling matchup for a lot of reasons. LSU swept Mississippi State in Starkville in the latter part of May in the final regular season weekend series in the SEC. The whole Andy Cannizaro story, he didn't do the right thing when he left LSU. That's what happened. Going to probably get away from that and get onto the field between a Mississippi State team who I did not think would beat Southern Miss twice in Hattiesburg, but they did. They come to Baton Rouge, and it's super regional action.
The fact that they won not one but 2 elimination games on the road at USM tells me a lot. Andy Cannizaro, he's done a remarkable job. You may not approve of the departure and all that, but he's taken this team, and what scares me about them is they're hot. I know LSU's hot, but they hit the ball. They hit the baseball. They score a lot of runs. LSU beat them 3-1 with Lang in the opener. Then they put up 11 on Saturday and 11 on Sunday. State got 6 and 7 runs. So I think this is going to be a very intriguing offensive battle, I think. I really do.
Well, the old adage, good pitching stops good hitting any day. If that rings true, and if Lang, Poche, Walker, whoever comes out of the bullpen can supply the good pitching, if LSU can stay hot, then, I think they, being at home, it's going to be crowded. State's going to bring a lot of fans from Starkville. I think LSU's got an excellent chance to advance from this super regional.
I wouldn't let State bring hardly anybody. I wouldn't. No secondary market for you Bulldogs. Sit out in the parking lot. Don't come inside the building. But again, I was surprised. My theory was, and it shows how little I know. I thought once LSU got out of the SEC, and they've seen Lang for 3 years. They've seen Poche for 4 years. Scouting reports. All these coaches know exactly what they do. You don't change the spots on a leopard, right? I thought once you got out of that and you're playing a team, well, Southeastern never saw Lang. They always saw the midweek starter. Texas Southern never saw any. Those guys came out swinging like crazy. LSU was in trouble early. Now they settled down because LSU's bats took care of things. But I was really surprised by that. But this kid Walker, I was talking to Greg Dykman, and I said, okay, inter-squad scrimmage, and you're up there. Which out of the 3 weekend starters, Lang, Poche, Walker, who do you want to face the least? The least. He didn't hesitate. He said Walker. I said, really? Why? He said, because I know what I'm getting with Lang. I'm getting that hard stuff. I know what I'm getting with Poche. But this guy Walker, he is tricky. He is tricky. That's what I like.
Well, he threw 98 pitches, 77 for strikes, and never went 3 balls on any hitter.
Yeah.
That's a lesson for all you high schoolers, you youth baseball players, travel teams. Throw the ball over the plate. The batters will get themselves out. You got teammates to help you get batters out. So that's a lesson learned. But Paul Mainieri said in February, watch out for Eric Walker. He's got tremendous upside. We've seen it.
I am certainly not a coach, and I'm not questioning anything, but I hope this scenario does not come about. But what happens if Mississippi State wins game 1? Now you got an elimination game. Who do you trust more now?
Poche.
Poche or Walker?
You go Lang, Poche, Walker.
Why?
That's what you've been doing.
But why? Who's hotter?
I'd have to look at the matchups.
Who's hotter?
Walker's hotter.
All right, season's on the
line.
line.
But also I need to study the hitting charge for Mississippi State, which is less than a month ago. I'd have to answer that question, like, does Poche match up a little better or does Walker? But I don't know if
in your gut,
I think you dance with who you brought to the party.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a Lang, Poche, Walker kind of thing. Hey, maybe it's something that'll get second guess. Maybe it'll be talked about. Maybe it won't. But that's why Coach Mainieri gets the big bucks.
That's right. My season on line, I'm going with the tricky guy.
But see, if you do that and it doesn't work, well,
of course.
Well,
if you go with Poche and it doesn't work,
all coaches have to make decisions.
That's right.
Some work, some don't.
Just my gut feeling tells me that Walker's been spectacular.
Well, anyway, so it's Saturday.
Hopefully, it doesn't come into play.
Saturday and Sunday night at 8 p.m. out at the box. Monday could be noon, could be 3 p.m., 6 p.m., or 7:30. And you won't know that till very late Sunday, because if somebody wins the first 2 games, there is no Monday.
So you went to the Ty Lue School of Coaching. He says, we're Cleveland, man. We play up tempo. We play like that. I'm gonna go to the dance with what brought me, and they're gonna get run out the gym again.
I'd run Lang, then Poche, but certainly Coach Mainieri and his staff.
That's what they'll do. I'm just curious.
Jordy Hultberg, Tommy Krysan, as always, we appreciate you watching Tigers Roar. We've got plenty more to come. YouTube.com/Pelican Broadcasting. We'll be right back.
It's a male flag.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-471-9811. 800-471-9811.
DLA Painting Incorporated is your company for professional painting, serving the greater Baton Rouge area and South Louisiana for over 20 years. Ready to paint for those recovering from flood, residential repaint, commercial painting, any size job, free estimates. Customer satisfaction is our highest priority. Call 225-505-8785. DLA Painting Incorporated, fully insured. Call Dennis at DLA Painting at 225-505-8785.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Cypress Lake Apartments are conveniently located off Segan Lane in Baton Rouge. Come see this community, which has many amenities including swimming pools, fitness room, playground, and much more. Beautiful views of Cypress Lake. 1, 2, 3-bedroom apartments are available. Stop by and see Cypress Lake Apartments. Give them a call at 225-293-6789 or visit online, cypresslake-apartments.net.
We continue with Tigers Roar. Jordy Holberg, Tommy Chrysan with you. Our pleasure to now be joined by Ronnie Rance, Sports Shorts Radio, Sports Shorts TV, and the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Foundation, which later this month has their big induction event coming up. Ronnie, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing great, guys. Doing great.
Ronnie, first let's back it up. They sweep through the regional. They beat Texas Southern. They beat Southeastern. They beat Rice. Your thoughts on the Tigers going 3-0 and winning the regional for the 23rd time in school history?
Well, I thought, LSU didn't obviously play their best. I mean, they did on Sunday, but on Friday and Saturday, they kind of limped through those games, and neither Lang or Poche had a quality start. So you would think if Lang or Poche didn't pitch well and didn't really have a quality start that they would lose, or at least lose one, and they didn't. That just kind of lends itself, I guess, and gives you an idea how deep this team is. They can now beat you different ways. They don't have to all put it together at the same time. They have the ability now to win when all three phases aren't really clicking.
Yeah, so they got it done. Uncharacteristically, a bunch of errors against Texas Southern. Texas Southern, they knew Poche was going to throw the ball over the plate. They went up there swinging, and they made a little noise. But as you said, they found a way to win. And as we know, Ronnie, that's a sign of a good ball club. When you don't play your best and you still end up with the W, that's got to be a confidence builder.
Well, it is, and it lends it. That's why this is a veteran team. You got a lot of juniors and seniors, a lot of guys that have been starters for a number of years. A lot of experience, and so with that experience, they're playing the way you would expect. And this is how we thought they would play at the beginning of the year. They're now putting it together in May and June, and the sky's the limit.
The biggest thing I got from the regional, Ronnie, and tell me if I'm wrong, the four horsemen, the freshmen, Walker, Hess, Smith, Watson. That to me, they were the stars of the weekend.
They were, and how about Watson? 4 home runs.
Yeah.
It was almost Aaron Boone-ish. Aaron Boone, I think, hit like 6 back in 1990 when they played a 16 regional, and they played more games. But, it was crazy. Not a big guy, and has probably the second, most power on the team behind Dykeman. And, it's just impressive. It's been very impressive, how he's come on, and then, Smith's not hitting as well as he will in the future, but most true freshmen aren't like Watson and are dominant. There's a little growing curve, and I think we're seeing that with Smith, but he's playing great defense in the meantime, and he's been very clutch. And then what can you say about Hess and Walker? Those are two guys that will probably be in the starting rotation next year and the following year.
Ronnie, Coach Maneri puts Watson behind after the first two homers. He puts him in a lineup behind Dykeman. If he can continue to produce in that spot right behind Dykeman, he walked 10 times in Starkville. He's not gonna. They're gonna have to throw it to him more if Watson's a threat. We all know that, but that kind of was hidden in the weekend when Coach Maneri made that move. If Watson stays productive, that only helps this team.
It does, and I guess it just proves that Paul Maneri listens to Sports Charge Radio. Because Joel Davis has been screaming for somebody, to move Watson or somebody else into a 5-hole behind Dykeman. That's been his big thing, is that, to put Watson in the 5-hole. So naturally, Paul was listening, and he took Joel Davis's advice.
Is there anything to read into? I know on the final game, Hess comes in to close out the game, and not Hunter Newman. Anything to read into that?
I don't think so. I think it was.
I think we just lost it. That's okay.
But we can reconnect that. Hey,
look at you,
live TV.
No, look, I thought Hess was tremendous, and I've never understood why, if he goes through an 8th inning like that, why do you pull him and put in another picture? I've never understood that. If you're hot and you get 3 up, 3 down real quick, I don't know why you pull that picture and put another picture in. But again, I'm not a baseball.
And I always thought, you got a hot guy, well, let him run. Yeah, we did. And Jordy has a good question. If Hess throws the 8th and you're going to go to Newman in the 9th, if he goes 3 up, 3 down, why wouldn't you run him back out there until he, sees some trouble or whatever? Go with the hot guys, Jordy's theory. Your thoughts on that, Hess, Newman? And really this applies to any team who makes that change from the 8th to the 9th inning. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm old school in that. Coach Bertman probably would have handled it more that way, right? He would have handled it in the way that, you put the guy in there who, if he's got the hot hand, leave him in. I mean, Rick Green, who was a great closer in the early 90s, first-round pick, had a lot of 1+ inning saves. He had a lot of 1 2/3, 2-inning saves. Coach is not quite like that. He likes to have his design roles. But I would not be surprised, if you see, Hess get extended. Keep in mind, he's able to do that because he was a starter. He's going to be a starter next year. He's not your normal 1-inning closer type guy.
He's going to be your Friday starter next year, isn't he?
Walker will be.
Friday or Saturday. I don't know that it matters.
I bet you Hess is going to be your Friday.
Well, we'll worry about it. Right now they got to worry about Mississippi State, Ronnie, who comes to town this weekend, the Super Regional Best of 3, Saturday and Sunday at 8 o'clock, and, of course, Monday if necessary, and that could be a variety of times. Ronnie, you mentioned it earlier. You got to go against State, somebody you've beaten 3 times in their backyard, and now you got to line up again. Both teams know each other inside and out, pitching reports, hitting reports. I mean, everything's there. So it's going to boil down to, play your best baseball, don't make errors, get the timely hits. It's going to fall back to all the old cliches, wouldn't you assume?
It will, but, Mississippi State, it's amazing. They've won 4 in a row, and, the way they did it in dramatic fashion, everybody, including myself, didn't think they would because I didn't think they had deep enough pitching to come out of the losers bracket after they lost the first game of the Hattiesburg Regional in South Alabama. But they did it, so now they feel good, and it was an interesting story came out of it. For the most part, the last couple of weeks, even going back to the LSU series, the Mississippi State bats have been ice cold, and so after losing to South Alabama, they're facing elimination for the season. Andy Cannizzaro, took out the bats, threw them all on the ground in the dugout, took them out of the rack, kind of rattled them around, was saying, we got to wake up the bats, and he made the players throw the bats on the ground for a couple of games there until he proved that they were, the bats were woke up. And so those are little cool, little motivational things that go on in a baseball dugout that, can make the difference, and it did. And now those guys feel like, hey, they got nothing to lose. They're playing with house money, and they're coming in the Baton Rouge confident.
Yeah, they will. It's going to be a heck of a matchup. I think the box will be full.
Wake up the bats. I like that.
We saw 11,000 plus out there last weekend, and that was when weather was a question. As we sit here on a Wednesday, the weather looks to be fine for the weekend, but we all know that can change. And Ronnie, 6 teams from the SEC, 5 with a chance to go to Omaha, still playing out of the final 16. There's been some upsets. The Davidson story is tremendous, winning the Chapel Hill Regional. But once again, the SEC shines teams in postseason baseball.
Yeah, you look at A&M, LSU, State, Florida. Vandy has a chance to knock off Goliath. Kentucky advanced on. There's a lot. There'll be at least, I think, 3 teams in Omaha, and I think that'll be A&M, LSU, and Florida is my prediction. But how about Arkansas losing? That was unbelievable. They were playing as well as LSU, and then how they lost. It was incredible. In the regional, the Missouri State, where they play until 3:30 in the morning, and they should have canceled the game and suspended it, and they didn't, and they wound up winning the game, and then they got their just desserts on Sunday where they lost to Missouri State. A fantastic job, winning in front of 10,000 on the road.
I want to go see Louisville versus Kentucky. I mean, you talk about a blood fest. They don't like each other in anything.
Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky, and it's a shame. If it was basketball, they'd put 30,000 in the game, but it's still a bitter rival. I mean, you're talking about Louisville with $1 million a year baseball coach, and you're talking about a first-year head coach in Mingione, Kentucky, with the smallest budget in the conference.
I like him.
Well,
I like him a lot.
What he's done has been
like
tremendous.
him.
Certainly, Gary Henderson left some talented. The Evan White kid is one of the best players in the country, the first baseman for Kentucky. But Kentucky's a really good story. They've never been to a super regional until now.
Does Cannizzaro put Dykeman on again this weekend?
I don't know as much. I think they're going to change it. Dykeman isn't as hot as he was, and they got a guy behind him that's hotter than anybody. So, no, I think it's a different story. They will at times, but only if they got maybe the lefty-righty matchup thing going on.
10 times in that series, 5 intentional, and they picked real careful on the other ones.
Yeah, the real careful
So
is
it didn't work. LSU swept. So I think they're going to try something different this time around.
Yeah.
All right, but Ronnie, people have to remember, too, Stony Brook, Coastal Carolina, University of Houston. LSU has certainly been fallible before at the super regional level. So I think that lesson, Coach Mainieri is going to harp on that during the week to his team, saying, look what happened before. Mississippi State's coming in here, just beat Southern Miss twice. Nobody thought that would happen. So, it's got to be every pitch, every at-bat, make every play in the defense. It should be some unbelievable baseball.
It's the toughest ticket that I can remember. I'm sure there were some tough tickets before, but I've gotten more phone calls in a 48-hour period about tickets on this one than I have in quite a long time.
I saw on the secondary market, $184 a ticket is what they're going for seats in the
That's awesome. Good for them. Good.
Yeah,
good.
Should be packed. That'll be a good thing. Hey, Ronnie, tell us all about Sports Shorts Radio, Sports Shorts TV, and, of course, the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Foundation.
Well, Sports Shorts TV, Mondays at 9, Tuesdays at 8, right here in Pelican. And then, of course, Sports Shorts Radio, Mondays from 6 to 8 on ESPN Radio in Baton Rouge. We'll be at the Ice House Bar and Grill next Monday. Come see Joel Davis, Buzzy Heidel, and myself. And then, of course, this month's all about the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. We've got our induction weekend, June 22nd through 24th up in Natchitoches. We've got a great sold-out golf tournament, June 23rd in Alexandria. A lot of great activities. Talked to your old teammate Rudy Macklin-Missouri last night. He's going to be joining us for all the events. And a lot going on. If you want to be a part of it, we've got 7 events in 3 days. Tickets through lasportshall.com. It's lasportshall.com/purchase. Check it all out. Buy tickets. Come see us. We've got some available for our Taste of Tailgating event. I've got a free block party. We got a kids camp with the Saints and Pelicans. And we also have our induction ceremony banquet. We've got a few tables left for that. So it's going to be a fantastic event. We hope everybody takes the time and comes and sees us June 22nd through 24th.
Oh, it's right around the corner. You'll deserve a vacation after that.
No, trust me, it's coming.
Hey, Ronnie, as always, appreciate it. We'll see you at the box this weekend.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Ronnie Rance with his usual good stuff. No, we're sitting here on Wednesday, and, if you're catching it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you have a replay, but there's going to be a lot of discussion leading up till Saturday night. It's almost like football. They don't play till Saturday night. There's going to be a lot of stuff on all the local radio, the local TV, all the internet stuff, social media. It's going to, come 8 o'clock Saturday night, people are going to be ready for some baseball.
And talking to several LSU players, I asked them, this is out of your character. Have you talked to any LSU football players who are used to this? And they said, yeah, we have, because we're used to playing games during the middle of the week and then getting to the next game. But they've had a long wait between the end of the regional and the start of the super regional. And you just got to go through your normal routine. You got to get in the bat. Thank God that the weather's clearing up. They can get out on the field and do some stuff, but they've been in the batting cages, simulating as much as they can. I think a couple of days off helps you a little bit, kind of recharges you, and now full steam ahead.
Yeah, and Coach Maneri's been down this road before, so I'm sure they're working on the mental end and the physical end each day this week, and it's 8 o'clock Saturday, it's 8 o'clock Sunday, so you have those time windows to work around, and they're going to make sure these kids are doing stuff at 7 p.m. every night to sort of try changing that body clock.
Crazy question.
Okay.
Doesn't the super regional work where LSU's in their home dugout for the first game, then they go to the opponent's dugout?
I was told that rule was changed.
Okay.
And that they can stay in the same dugout now. And that was a discussion during the regional.
Okay. Because I was going to say,
I'm going to have to check on that.
I was going to say, why, if that is the case and you're thinking ahead, why don't they during a midweek game go to the third base dugout and do the game there?
Well, you got your locker room behind it.
Yeah,
and all
but
that. Well, again, I'm gonna have to check on that. I'm guilty for not knowing the definitive answer. I think it's been changed where the team who's the host team can stay in their dugout.
Okay.
I know that used to be a thing, and the NCAA was worried about all that, and who knows with the NCAA, but we'll
Just
see.
curious.
So anyway, it ought to be a heck of a weekend with baseball and lots of stuff leading it up to it here on Pelican Sports
You're going to
TV.
give a prediction?
LSU wins 2 games.
2-0.
2-0. They're going to win Saturday and Sunday. So, Jordy, I mentioned the NCAA.
I see drama. I see a third game on Monday.
Do you?
I do.
I see LSU winning Saturday
I hope you're
and
right.
Sunday.
I hope you're right.
The World Series, by the way, begins Saturday, June 17th in Omaha. There'll be 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday, and that'll get that thing going. I mentioned the NCAA.
And LSU's paired up. If they are successful, they're paired up against the winner of the Oregon State Super Regional.
Right.
So just food for thought. Okay, NCAA.
Ole Miss.
What's up with Ole Miss?
They have come out this week with their answer to the allegations and stuff put forth by the NCAA a while back. And
can't wait to hear what this is.
They're getting blasted a little bit nationally. They are defending the heck out of Hugh Freeze. Now, I don't know enough about it to say whether Hugh Freeze is 100% wrong, 50% wrong, or not wrong. I don't know enough. I know what I've read, what I've heard, some people I've talked to, a good friend of mine, Scott McKinney, who used to work at Ole Miss. I go on his radio show weekly in the Florida Panhandle. He seems to think Freeze is not, free and clear, completely innocent of some things, and he's tied to the Ole Miss program. But they're defending him. I think that's what you got to do. They've self-imposed a postseason bowl ban this year. They've self-imposed some scholarship reductions. Of course, it'll matter what the NCAA says, but some people are surprised that they're defending Coach Hugh Freeze to the degree that they are, considering the report from the NCAA of numerous multiple major violations.
It's all in the eye of the beholder. Go to the flip side. Has anyone defended their coach more than Louisville and Rick Pitino?
True.
With all the things that have transpired there. Blatant
They're like
things.
Like no secrets.
Yes, and so it's just, it is their right as a university. If they want to defend him, they can defend him. If they like him and they think he's the right guy, they can do whatever they want. And the heck with public opinion. And I don't know what else you say about it.
I don't think they're basing their response on public opinion. It must be what you're saying. They must like Hugh Freeze. They think he's good for their program.
Didn't LSU base their on public opinion with Les Miles?
And John Chavis for
the
that
23rd, 24th hour?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get, no. People are going crazy. They're carrying him off the field. Well, you're staying. So every situation is different. Every leadership entity is different.
And I'm quite certain it's not an easy decision by that president at Ole Miss or that group of people that, are brainstorming to think of their next step.
But they're all tied together. The president hired the athletic director. The
Who
athletic director hired the coach. They're all intertwined
So I guess if you're going to go down, they're all going to go down together,
Exactly.
or we're all going to survive together.
That's exactly right.
I guess the division would be more harmful than perhaps if the NCAA drops the hammer.
See, Joe Oliva didn't hire Les Miles. Joe Oliva
so you can have division there.
Joe Oliva did hire Johnny Jones. And so that's how it all works, because the athletic director doesn't want to look bad. That casts a bad image upon himself. So they give these people to the nth degree to try to get through things. And that's how we all would be.
Right, okay, that makes sense. I'll follow you. I'm following your line of thought there. Good points. Okay. We're going to take a break, come back. We're going to talk some basketball, Will Wade LSU style, and some NBA Finals stuff for you. A great player, a great team. Who's winning? We'll get into all of that and more when we continue with Tigers Roar, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans, on the internet at PelicanSportsTV.com, Cox Cable, AT&T Uverse, and of course, mid-morning Thursday, YouTube.com/Pelican Broadcasting, where you can watch this program and other things we do at your convenience. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hello. Hola. 你好.
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
You studied hard, went to college, and achieved your dream, but it turned into a financial nightmare. If you have federal student loans and you'd like to reduce your payments, get more time, or have your loans completely eliminated, then we have good news. With one call to Student Loan Relief Services, you can find support and guidance. We've already helped thousands of people, and we can help you too. If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans, you can qualify for payment extensions, payment reductions, or you may qualify to have your federal student loan completely forgiven. Call Student Loan Relief Services now to find out about your options. Take control of your finances and get out from under this burden. One of our student loan experts has the answers to your questions and great solutions to ease your financial burden. We're here for you. Call Student Loan Relief Services now.
Call 800-718-3516. 800-718-3516.
My name is Dr. Nicole Rogers, and I'm here in Old Metairie, Louisiana at Hair Restoration of the South, where your hair is our care. And I'd like to invite you to come and visit and discuss various options for treatment of thinning hair. These can include both medical and surgical options. You don't have to go straight to surgery. In the meantime, feel free to check out our website, hairrestorationofthesouth.com, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Acord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Acord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including OptiMap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Acord Eye Clinic for an appointment, 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website, visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Acord Eye Clinic, Vision Source.
We continue with Tigers Roar here on Pelican Sports TV. I want to talk a little basketball. We got our basketball guy here. Of course, you know, we're all well-versed in many sports, we think, but he played basketball, played baseball. We tend to gravitate that way. Jordy, we talked about it earlier when Mike Scarborough at TigerBait.com was on, but Will Wade is impressing people more and more each and every week with what he's doing. He is out there getting LSU basketball in front of people. First thing I want to talk about is this new player he's got, Tremont Waters from up in Connecticut.
Yeah, he's a point guard. All I have to listen to is, and now take it with a grain of salt. Kentucky, Kansas, Duke, that wasn't the first point guard of their choice. But they had them kind of as a secondary choice in Waters. But still, if Bill Self and John Calipari and Mike Krzyzewski think highly enough of you, that's all I need to hear. But what is interesting about this recruiting class, which has been ranked as high as number 16 in the country in a very short period of time, Johnny Jones did have 2 of the members of this 5-man class on board. They got a point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center. So in reality, you could start this whole recruiting class could be your starting 5 if they're good enough to play. So he's a good. I saw film of him. I've talked to some people about him. Really good ball handler, really good vision on the court. It can shoot, obviously, but more importantly, can get in the lane and knows how to distribute the basketball. And that's what you want from a point guard. You want somebody that can handle the ball against pressure and find the right guys at the right time. And Tremont Waters can do that.
Well, good.
Very impressive.
And the other thing I want to talk to you about, of course, former player, covered the team forever, Will Wade. We've heard the word accommodating. We've heard the word returns phone calls right away. I mean, he is out there. Yeah, he is out there. You know, he is. This may be unfair to say this, but he's doing what Dale Brown did when Dale Brown got the job. He realized, hey, I got to make people aware of LSU basketball. Well, in a smaller way, I think Will Wade's thinking, okay, people have kind of written off LSU basketball. Won 2 games in league play last year. You know, didn't go to the tournament the year before.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's kind of fallen below the higher levels. And I think he's saying he's not hanging purple and gold nets like Coach Brown did, but I think he's saying, as you said there, I got to go after that kid that Duke wants, or that Kentucky wants, or Louisville wants. I'm going after those people because we got to collectively get LSU basketball back to competing for championships.
What do you notice every time there's a coaching change? The person you bring in is the complete opposite of what you had. LSU basketball had gotten stale. Johnny, loved Johnny. Johnny, very low-key, very quiet. Will Wade, energy, enthusiasm. Get out and about. Basketball got stale. What do you do when something's stale? You got to freshen it up. You got to get people excited about it, and he's doing that. Plain and simple.
Yeah, and it's all about getting.
Now he's got to win.
Yeah.
He's got to win games, and if he does that, then they'll pack the place.
I think in this first year that he's got to. If he shows significant improvement, he's on his way. Oh. I don't think anybody realistically thinks he's going to win the SEC, but he's going to win 11, 12 games in league play. Yeah. Well, yeah, we don't know. We've seen quick turnarounds if you get the right players, okay? But I think based on what I know and talking to people like you and others that are more connected to basketball than I, the future's bright for this LSU basketball team. And you throw in the announcement a couple of weeks ago that in the coming years, some more renovations and improvements to the Pete Maravich Assembly Center.
Yeah, well-deserved, well done. I keep hearing up, they're fixing the windows in Tiger Stadium, and they're doing this to Alec Box, and they're doing a tennis court and a swimming pool. And I'm like, what about Pete's Palace? It's been a long time, and it's going to be really interesting to see what it looks like. And I think it's going to be great because they're going to take those ramps that were so endearing to us because that's where the fans would line up waiting to see us play. They'll be gone, and they'll be kind of like the Smoothie King Center. There'll be a glass front, there'll be a walk-in, and you'll see some of the history of LSU basketball. It'll be terrific. It'll be and well-deserved, and it'll make the place look a whole lot better. They're going to have to decrease the capacity a little bit.
I think that's okay.
Which is fine, to be able to accommodate with the suites and these fancy seats that they want to have.
Premium seating.
Yeah, and so that's fine as well. But it needs that, and I'm telling you, when that place is packed and rolling, it's as good as any place in the country. It really is.
I'm all for knocking a few seats out of the way to get some club level or premium seating in, because you can get some more money for that as well. But all of that will go together, and if this team wins, that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants the team to win. And Will Wade's pushing it in that direction.
They'll have a year where if they just hustle, show some energy. It's so funny because LSU football fans are starving for a new offense. LSU basketball fans are starving for defense. If we can combine the two, we got ourselves a heck of a program. So I think just energy, effort, hustle, like Dale Brown, the Hustlers, they weren't talented, but they got after it and people loved it. And that was the start and the stepping stone. And Will Wade's taking the same approach. So just show us that you care. Show us that there's some enthusiasm. Fight a little bit, and they'll be fine.
Well, and if you make all those improvements, it's all going to help get players, and getting players is what's going to result in wins. If you
Good
get
players want to go where you have a chance to win. Plain and simple. Now, every now and then you get that rarity that says, I'm going to be the first guy to come to help us get others so that we can win. You got to start somewhere. You got to get the Javonte Smart
That's
from
gonna be big
Scotlandville.
next year,
You got to get him. And then you build from there. Those kind of players attract other players, and then you take off.
You hit the nail on the head. A lot of good players want to go where good players are, but you got to have that pioneer. You got to have that first one that says, hey, I'm going in there. We're going to win more than 2 league games. We're going to win a championship. We're going to go to the tournament and make a run in the tournament.
Because everybody sees what happens in the NBA, and they see the super teams with all the all-stars and how they win, and how even if I don't score as much, I'm still getting the attention and the notoriety, and it trickles down to college. And that's how it works.
So it'll be interesting to see and monitor LSU basketball going forward, and we certainly will here on Tigers Roar. We're going to roll through the summer. We've been doing this about to be our 11th year, and might be a couple of best ofs or a rerun or two in the summer. That's typically what we've done.
Got to take a
in the
vacation.
past.
Got to.
Yeah, we all going to get out of here for a
Yeah.
little bit, but anyway, so we'll keep an eye on the basketball. Jordy, speaking of basketball, they're tangling as we meet with Game 3 up in Cleveland. But the NBA Finals, the first 2 games have been ho-hum. You said it. Golden State's going to score points, and if you don't score a lot of points, you got no shot. LeBron James is the best basketball player in the world. Golden State's the best team in the world, and that's reflected through the first 2 games. Again, Game 3 is tangled up right now as we speak.
Simple equation. The formula is win equals Kevin Durant minus Harrison Barnes. You get rid of Harrison Barnes, you bring in Kevin Durant. Cleveland last year said, Harrison Barnes, shoot it all you want. We're going to help out on Steph Curry. We're going to help out on Klay Thompson. Now they get rid of him. They bring in Kevin Durant. They go, we can't help you because we got to guard him now. So Steph Curry's playing like the MVP that he's been for 2 years. Klay Thompson, after a rough first game, got back into a rhythm. They just got too many weapons. Cleveland scored $113. They lose by 19.
$113 wins a lot of games.
They beat everybody, but they get beat by 19. LeBron can't play any better. Can't play any better.
Right,
Kevin Love can't play any better.
Especially
Kyrie
Game 2,
can.
yeah.
Kyrie can play better, but 4 really good ones against 3 really good ones, I'll take the 4 every time.
I'm going that way, too.
I'll take it every time.
No question about that. And, of course, the New Orleans Pelicans are just still...
What do you do? Because Durant...
No draft pick.
No, wait. It doesn't even matter. Durant says he's going to take less money to keep this group together.
And obviously the Pelicans are in the West, so...
How are they going to do? You know who'd be great for the Pelicans? Is if Klay Thompson said, you know what, I'm tired of being the 4th fiddle on this team. Let me leave.
Let me go.
He would be perfect. Forget about Paul George. Give me Klay Thompson.
Chris Paul to San Antonio?
He ain't going to make a difference.
No.
Not going to make a difference.
They're losing too much. Has that window closed on the Spurs?
In
part due to the Warriors?
As long as this Warrior team stays together, lights are out. Forget it.
Well,
forget it.
Good point right there. No question about that. All right, we're going to take a break, come back. Still got some stuff looking back at the regional win for LSU baseball and some Saints stuff. The Saints, what's up with the Saints, huh? OTAs, mini camps.
Doesn't matter right now.
They're just going through the motions.
All Drew Brees is throwing footballs from the top of the Superdome into a moving basketball goal. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Well, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
He doesn't be able to do
that.
You talk about accuracy.
I'm telling you.
I got to go. I have to bail on you. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, hey, you got to do what you got to do.
But I enjoyed it.
He's going home and watch the NBA Finals. Jordy Hultberg, Tommy
Don't tell me
Kryson.
about
We've
that.
got more. Don't go anywhere.
He's so low.
Much more of Tigers Roar right after this pause on Pelican Sports TV. Stay with us.
Hello. Hola. 你好。
Experience what the Baton Rouge International School can offer your children. Now welcoming displaced students for short and long-term stability.
Acord Eye Clinic Vision Source is located on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, offering full-service optical and lab work. Dr. Shonda Acord and the professionally trained staff pride themselves on service, complete eye exams, help with contact lenses, and selection of frames featuring Silhouette, Gucci, Jimmy Choo, and all the top lines. State-of-the-art equipment including OptiMap, which digitally photographs your retina. Call Acord Eye Clinic for an appointment, 225-767-3937. That's 225-767-3937. Visit the website, visionsource-br.com. All patients of all ages are welcome. Acord Eye Clinic Vision Source.
Hello, my name is Debbie. Welcome to Debbie's Bridal, a Formal Affair.
I work at Debbie's Bridal and she makes your dreams come true.
DLA Painting Incorporated is your company for professional painting, serving the greater Baton Rouge area and South Louisiana for over 20 years. Ready to paint for those recovering from flood, residential repaint, commercial painting, any size job, free estimates. Customer satisfaction is our highest priority. Call 225-505-8785. DLA Painting Incorporated, fully insured. Call Dennis at DLA Painting at 225-505-8785.
Perkins Road Veterinary Hospital is a full-service veterinary hospital committed to your pet's health. We offer advanced diagnostic and therapeutic medical services, laser surgery, dog and cat diets, and treats, along with stress-free boarding. Dr. Ritchie sees patients for routine checkups to keep your loved ones happy, also advanced medical and surgical cases. We have separate condos for cat boarding and large climate-controlled canine boarding. Our boarding dogs get to have fun in a very large play yard several times a day. Laser therapy is a service that we offer to heal wounds and help our patients that suffer from chronic pain. Laser therapy is a wonderful adjunct treatment for neurologic and arthritic pain with no side effects. Your pets are family members and deserve the best and highest quality of care. Dr. Ritchie and his staff greatly respect the human-animal bond and are committed to exceeding your expectations.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
For Total Home Pest Control, who are you going to call?
Call the Bug Man, 923-BUGS.
For total pest control for your home or business, call the original Salvat.
Call the Bug Man today, 923-BUGS.
continue with Tigers Roar. I'm Tommy Kryson, and we have replaced Jordy Hultberg, you see his name right there, with Braylon. Braylon, how are you doing? Good. What do you think of those LSU Tigers? Good. Good? His answer's already better than Mr. Hultberg's. Hey, glad to have you on TV. When's the last time you were a TV star? Today. Say today, right now. Hey, we've got some highlights on LSU baseball, recapping that regional for you. They got through Texas Southern, Southeastern, and Rice. Here's a highlight package for you.
Ground ball, base hit into left field. Coombs around third. Coming up with it is Thomas. The throw will be cut off, and the Tigers are on the board. Make it 3-1 Texas Southern on an Inez with the pitch. Hit high into the air, left field. Going back is Thomas. This ball is gone! 3-run blast for Zach Watson. And the Tigers take a 4-1 lead over Texas Southern with one swing of the bat from Zach Watson, his 5th home run of the year.
This kid has lightning fast hands, and he will take advantage of a mistake up in the zone, and right there from Poche, retiring the side in order.
The 1-0 hit to center field. Going back is Dukes on a horse and drops it. Got it in the glove, but it rolls all the way to the wall. Freeman around second. He will stand up into third base to lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's in with 1 out. Freeman at third, hit off the end of the bat. Slow roller, backhanded by LeBlanc. He'll have no play. It's short. And Freeman, running on contact, comes in to make it 5-3 LSU. The 0-2 delivery. Poche fires, swing and a miss. Another fastball. Martinez delivers. Popped up into the air, shallow right field. This ball's going to drop in fair. Coming in to score is Freeman. They'll hold up Duplantis. And now they catch Coombs in a rundown, and the throw to first. He slid under the tag. The 1-1 to Jordan, smacked high in the air, left field. Thomas going back, diving for it, makes the grab. They'll tag up Duplantis. He will come in to score to tie the game at 7-all. Delivers. Hit in the air, shallow left field. No, actually going deep. Thomas going back, makes the grab. No, dropped it on the track. Coming around is Dykeman. He'll score to make it 8-7 LSU. The 0-1 to Papirski.
Oh, he just missed it.
Hit high in the air to right field. Olaran Timlahan gets under it. They're going to tag up the runner in Coombs. He's on his way home. This throw cut off by the pitcher. But a sac fly RBI from Papirski will now make it 9-7 LSU. Stands in with a 2-2 count. Gilbert reaches back, fires. Fastball, swing and a miss. 2 outs, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got a piece of it. Papirski holds on, and that pitch from Villanueva. Again, smacked high and deep to right field. This ball is gone. 2-run home run for Mike Papirski. Pap sends it out for his 8th of the season, and that'll make it 11-7 LSU. Jordan touches the plate. Papirski waves his helmet to the crowd. He'll step on the plate. Then Villanueva with the pitch, and this one smacked down the line and left. This ball is gone. Line drive shot into the left field landing. Back-to-back home runs make it 12-7 LSU.
Yes, sir. There you see those quick hands again of Zach Watson. This kid's got some serious pop in that bat. He should be sitting in the middle of this Tiger lineup for the next several seasons.
The 1-2. Hits off the end of the bat. Base hit. Drops into left field. Freeman around third. The throw coming in. Nowhere close. Freeman in, sliding safely head first to make it 13-7 LSU. 2-2 delivery. Way outside. Gets away from Guillory. Coming in to score will be Jordan with no throw. Smith on to third. And that'll make it 14-7 LSU on the wild pitch.
Romero's going to get a pinch hit here.
Romero. The ground ball to shortstop. LeBlanc fields it on the hop. Throws to first. In time for out number 2. But coming in to score is Josh Smith. That'll make it 15-7. Payoff delivery. Popped up straight in the air. Should be playable. Freeman going back in shallow right center. And now Robertson calls him off. The shortstop comes over, makes the grab, and the Tigers get the win. 15-7, it's all done with here in game one of this Baton Rouge. Back up the middle, base hit right up the box into center field. Robertson waved around from third. The throw coming in is cut off by the pitcher. Throwing back to second, trying to get Freeman. Nowhere close. Robertson ties the game at home plate. Freeman with an RBI double. 24 coming into tonight. Here's a base hit by Dykeman. Bouncer right of second base, rolls into the gap. Freeman easily around third, comes in to score, and the Tigers take the lead. 2-1 on an RBI single for Greg Dykeman. Dykeman at third with 2 outs, and Smith drives one deep to right center field. No doubt about it. Home run. 2-run blast off the bat of freshman Josh Smith. That'll make it 4-1 Tigers. Smith with his 4th home run of the season, and his postseason tear continues. Lang delivers. High fastball, swing and a miss. And here's the 3-2 payoff delivery. Swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball. 2-2 delivery. Smacked high. Into the gap. Left center field will get down. Cut off by Avans. Watson headed into home. He'll step on home plate, and we're tied 5-5 on an RBI double from Bo Jordan. Zeroller delivers. This one hit high into the air to left field. Going back is Avans at the wall. He runs out of room, and this ball is gone. Zach Watson with his first home run of the night, his 3rd of this regional, and the Tigers take the lead 6-5 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Watson delivers, smacks it to left field. The 0-1 hit in the air, base hit into right field. Coming in to score is going to be Smith. That'll make it 7-5, and Robertson delivers with an RBI single with 1 out. The 1-1 to Freeman. Hit in the air. Line drive fielded by Bro. Throws to second to Kreitz. Throw to first, not in time to beat out Cole Freeman. Awaits the 2-2 delivery. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Wassinger watched it go by. 1-0 delivery. The pitch hit high and deep again to left field. Zach Watson has done it again. 2-run home run, his 2nd of the game. His 4th of the regional. And that makes it 10-5 Tigers. Hey now. The 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball called strike 3.
A regional since Zeph Zinsman back in 2001.
This pitch hits the mid of Wassinger, but outside, and Wassinger has to chase it towards the third base dugout. Robertson heads up play, comes in, slides in safely at home. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss. Kicks and fires the 1-2. Top shelf, swing and a miss. It's from the left side. Payoff delivery, hit in the air. Right center field, Watson going back, looks like he has it, and he does. For out number 3, and the Tigers get the win to stay undefeated in the regional. Taking 2 of 3 to get out of it. Here's a high fastball, swing and a miss. Down goes Chandler for out number 1. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Down on strike, swinging goes Myers. And Eric Walker strikes out 2 of the 3 he faces here in the bottom of the 1st inning.
In last night's 1st inning.
Here's one race down the line, fair inside the first base bag. Goes into the corner. Dykeman steps on home plate, now mishandled by Warren. Smith easily stands up with an RBI double with 1 out, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. At the 3rd, Jordan at first, showing bunt. Bunts it right of the mound. Going to be gloved by Moss. He will get into the baseline and tag Papierski, but no play as Smith will come in to score the 2nd run. Papierski gladly giving up the sacrifice. Top of the 2nd. This one belted up the middle. Base hit into center field. Jordan around 3rd. He'll come in to score, and Jake Slaughter with an RBI single makes it 3-0 LSU. Pitch to Duplantis. Popped up in the air. Down the line and left. Wunderlich comes over and straddles the foul line. Makes the grab. Robertson tagging up. Great throw, but it's not on target. And Robertson slides in safely for run number 4. This one smacked. Ground ball to 3rd. Myers picks it up. He'll step on 3rd base. He'll get the runner Papierski out at 3rd, but Smith running on contact comes in to score to make it 5-0. Walker with the 0-1. Line drive right at Robertson. Robertson to his left makes the grab for out number 3. Awaits the 1-2 pitch.
Yes,
Cold strike 3, struck him out. Myers, the right-hander, awaits. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The 1-0 pitch, ground ball, quick runner, grabbed by Robertson on the ground. The throw to first, Slaughter digs it out behind the bag for out number 1. Runners first and second, the 0-2, swing and a miss, down on strikes. Now, 2-2, swing and a miss. Penny, the 1-2, did he go around? They'll appeal. They say he did. Papierski will pick it up, throw to first, and that'll do it. Zach Hess records the 3rd strikeout. Not the dramatic finish he wanted, but it works for out number 3, and the Tigers advance to the Super Regionals, taking the regional here in Baton Rouge.
We continue with Tigers Roy. You said LSU baseball's pretty good? So you can talk?
Yes.
Do you like to play sports?
Yes.
What's your favorite sport?
Baseball.
Baseball? What position do you play?
Most of the time, catcher.
Okay, that's a good position there. That's fun, huh? You got to have fun whenever you play baseball.
Yeah.
All right, we took a look at some of the action. Now here's some of the interviews and comments from players and Coach Paul Mainieri.
You got to keep doing it after that, because that's the reason why.
When did you start doing it?
I think it might have been yesterday.
Yeah, okay, yesterday.
So, when something's working, just keep doing it.
Because he's not much bigger than you, is it?
No, he's kind of like Antoine. He's a little skinny guy, but he's got a lot of power. And it's his bat speed. His hands are so fast, and when you can get to the ball that fast, his hands do. The ball goes a long way. That home run he hit tonight was really, really impressive. I've only seen, I think, one person hit the scoreboard, and that was last year. So he's something special.
Who hit the scoreboard last year?
I think it was a center fielder from Vanderbilt, not Kendall.
Coleman?
No, I think it might have been a catcher. I don't remember. It was a switch hitter.
What does he do to generate so much? I think only Greg has probably more hits.
He was really swinging down at the ball. He was kind of taking my approach at the beginning of the year, and it kind of wasn't him. So I think he started swinging a little more level and a little more up to the ball. And it's just he's so far back with his hands, and as soon as his foot gets down, like I said, you can't teach it. That's not something you're like, hey, move your hands faster. You either got it or you don't. And he's blessed with it. And he's got really good hand-eye coordination. He doesn't miss his pitch a lot. He swings at that ball up high and hits it as good as anybody.
Southeastern's very aggressive on the base pass. The two RBI squeeze is something I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How did you guys prepare for that kind of?
Coach, actually, the first time we played him in the midweek, brought that up, and he was like, they're scrappy, they're really energetic, and they make you make plays. But I don't even think we were really thinking it was going to happen at that point in the situation. But when he took off, it was obviously a suicide, because I saw the third baseman going and flipped, slowed the ball, and honestly, I didn't even think about the runner at second. You got a guy in, hasn't started a game for us in a while, and it's kind of a tough situation to put him in, to recognize that. And I ran back to my position, and Kramer and I were just like, well, that's a good play. That's just baseball, and they play their game well. That's why they're in the situation they are.
Had you ever seen that before?
Yeah, actually, one of my coaches during the summer, I'd seen that on a squeeze, and I'd also seen a ground ball hit to me when a guy was on second and he was stealing, and I threw it to first and he sent him home, and that was something I'll never forget, because I'm like, that's pretty cool when you can do that. So they're a really aggressive team. They put pressure on the defense.
He's on some kind of tear right now.
Yeah, I honestly forgot I even hit a home run tonight. The way he's doing something special right now, and he's stepping up. He got moved up to the 5 spot today, and just shows you what he can do, man. He's a strong kid, and he's going to be a really good player.
How about your home run? I know you hit a lot of fly balls that seem to just barely miss it.
Yeah, hit the weights, I guess, but no. Soroller left the changeup up, and he's a good pitcher, and just capitalize on his mistakes. So.
How about, I guess, just the role this team is on offensively? I think that 7 of 8 games you guys have scored double digits.
Yeah, it's something special. Coach Gibbs has been good to us. We've been hitting our pitches, not really missing hitting the mistakes, not really missing them. And that's just big, timely hits, and if one person doesn't get it done, the other person steps up and gets it done. So.
How much of it has been timely hits? Have you guys taken advantage of having guys on base?
Yeah.
It seemed like that was one of the things that maybe you guys struggled with a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, even today, I think there was a runner on third, and I was at the bat and struck out, and I was just knew Bo was going to get it done. He's a good hitter, and you just got to count on the guys behind you. If you don't get it done, that somebody else will. So.
Kind of the uncharacteristic night for Alex, just getting hit around a little bit. But I guess when the offense can kind of respond in that way, I mean, how important is that for your starters going out there struggling?
Honestly, even though Alex got hit in the first 2 innings, I think this was one of his better starts because it shows what he's about. He's a competitor. He gets in and let up 5 in the first 2 innings, and then they had no shot at hitting him after that. And that's just the kind of guy he is. He's gonna get, if he gets hit around, he's gonna give it his best. So I mean, he settled in and gave us 4 shutout innings. So.
There was a point I think where you even went over and kind of talked to him. What did you? I mean,
yeah, I was just trying to calm him down. I mean, he's older than me, he knows what he's doing, but also I think I wanted to say that maybe some of their guys knew what pitches were coming, so just kind of change it up the looks from him and Pap. So.
Have you ever seen the 2-run safety squeeze before?
No, honestly, that was pretty good call by their coach. They energetic team, run the bases really well, and nothing you can really do about it. Just a really well played out play from them.
You guys knew they were going to be that aggressive on the base pass. So
absolutely.
How do you prepare for something like that? You played them great this year.
Just got to keep them off the bases. I mean, their team, I think they're 5th or 6th in the country, I think, in stolen bases. So they're going to come in and run like they did. And Pap's a good catcher, and he'll hopefully next game if we play him.
We continue with Tigers Roar, putting a wrap on a few things. Braylon has done a great job pinch hitting for Jordy Hultberg. He said he likes to play baseball. He likes to be a catcher. Next question, you ready? What's your favorite thing to eat?
Sushi.
Sushi? Wow, that's impressive, huh? Sushi is your favorite thing to eat. What's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math? That's a good one to be a favorite. And you told me you make A's and A pluses. Man, that's really good. That's really good. What are you going to do all summer long?
I don't know. I might go to the beach or just stay home.
Okay. Well, whatever you do, have fun. Okay? I want you to have fun. Hey, they're going to be having fun out at the box this weekend. Super regional again. Mississippi State, LSU. Saturday night, ESPN2, 8 o'clock start. Sunday night's an 8 o'clock start, either ESPN2 or ESPNU. Monday, if necessary, is to be determined, the Super Regional at LSU. Mississippi State, who won the Hattiesburg Regional, and, of course, LSU, who won the Baton Rouge Regional. Winner goes to Omaha. Everything starts in Omaha on Saturday, June 17. If LSU wins, they get the winner of Florida State, Sam Houston State. That regional's over in Tallahassee. So Tiger fans might want to keep track of that one, keep an eye on that one as well. Braylon, you've done a great job filling in for Jordy Hultberg. I need to get your cell number so that if Hultberg can't make it, I'll get you next time. What do you think? You got a cell phone?
No, I used to, but it's weird. I was playing on it when I went to the bath, and then I dropped it in the toilet.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll figure out a way to get you back here.
It would have been fixed, but then I just didn't tell my mom and dad. They could have fixed it, but then I didn't tell them, and then we went on vacation.
All right. Well, look, we're going to figure out a way to get you back. Thank you for watching Tigers Roar on behalf of everybody at Pelican Broadcasting. We appreciate you watching it when you can. As always, spread the roar. With Braylon, I'm Tommy Chrysan. Talk to you again soon.
Is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order.
I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-654-9927, 800-654-9927.